let's get straight into it. We are making some chili dogs from carrots and homemade bread, also some homemade chili. So we're just going to jump straight into it. You don't have to be as fancy as I was and make your own bread or your own chili. Just do what you can. We really here to look at the start, which is the carrots, okay? So in this cup, you just see me putting together all the seasonings that I had. So I put together onion powder, garlic powder, Celtic salt, all-purpose, some liquid smoke. I also put in a little bit of browning to kind of give it a little pinch of color. And I did have 2 not chicken bouillon cubes that I used as well. And I also had some Ethiopian seasoning called mitzma. I'm not 100% sure how to say it, but it is the bomb, okay? So I just put all those seasonings in my pot of water and I brought it to a nice boil, and that's what you're seeing here. And then I took my carrots. I already cleaned them up, shaved them down, cut them, made sure they was ready to roll. And all I did was I dumped them straight into the pot. That was it. I put them right in the pot. They ready to roll. They gonna soak in all that good flavor from all them seasonings that we built on. So really just take the seasonings that you want and build on it, okay? Oh, I did also add some fennel in there. I love adding fennel to any of my vegan mock meat replacements. It just really kind of brings out that sensational taste of like it really was like meat or something. So I enjoy using fennel in my vegan meat replacements. This was after about 35-40 minutes of them cooking. Really, you just want to cook them until they are fork tender but not falling apart. As you can see, one of mine in the bag fell apart. I should have took it out a little bit earlier, but they all held up great. None of them broke, only that one. So moving along, I did make some bread, the hot dog buns myself. That's the only part that I don't like, is that when you are choosing healthier options, you don't really have many bread options. So I really be left making my own bread when it comes to stuff. So I just threw together some quick bread. I just used a regular bread recipe and divided it up into like hot dog buns. That was really all I did. So I'm just cutting those open because now my carrot dogs are ready. I've already drained them. They're just sitting there waiting to do what it do. Okay. So I'm just cutting my bread open. Once I get my bread cut open, then we'll start assembling. I was having a slight little bit of a fight back with this bread because I shouldn't have baked it on the baking dish, because the baking dish that I have, it tends to make stuff a little crispy on the bottom. But that was the biggest pan that I had to use to make the bread. The only other big pan I have is a big cast iron skillet that's round, and I wouldn't have been able to get all the bread in there. So I'm having a little fight back with that bread. It was doing a little something. So so I'm just going to start assembling the chili dogs, the hot dogs, into the my hot dog buns. I'm just sizing them up, like trying to see which one fits in what size. You got to play a little game with it. Some of them will be too long. Some of mine ended up hanging off of the buns, and that's cool too. Cause I mean, who don't like a hot dog that's, a little longer than the bun? It's like you getting more. It's like you getting a little extra bonus treats, right? So just assemble them like this. In my Tabitha Brown voice, like that. Again, remember I was talking about that bread, so it's getting me a little fight back on the end parts, because it just really like made it kind of crunchy, I guess, a little firm on the ends of the bread. It wasn't hard or nothing like that, don't get me wrong, it just was doing a little something. So anyways, but I love being vegan. I really do love making healthier food choices, and honestly, this hot dog recipe, chili dog recipe is an absolute yes, and we will keep this on repeat on a regular basis, no doubt about that. And yeah, I just really love being vegan. And it's been 4 years. Yes, it's been 4 years, close to 4.5 years. It's been 4 years since we have made the transition, which is crazy when I think about the transition because I really had been transitioning way before that and didn't even realize it. Ain't that crazy that life be like that? You end up making transitions into doing stuff and you don't realize that you don't realize that where you end up at is where you gonna end up at. So, because I definitely didn't realize that this is where I was gonna end up at on my journey being plant-based. But it's crazy though. But I'm not surprised because I've always been interested in when I see other people that was plant-based and they would post their food or how they cooked it and stuff. I was always very interested in what they were doing. So I'm not surprised that I end up being plant-based at all. Don't mind my pot. Y'all know I got teenage boys. And baby, once they get to fighting, they be doing all kinds of stuff. So one night they was fighting while one of them was washing the dishes and one of them decided to throw the pot. I wasn't in there to witness it, so I can't really tell you how that went down. But somebody decided to throw the pot while they was washing it, and it chipped all of the side off of the pot. I wasn't finna waste the pot and throw it away just because of that, because it's still a pretty good pot. It's still fairly new. So, baby, we just make it do what it do, okay? We just make it do what it do. Anyways, I made my own chili. I just had a can of tomato sauce. And I just, went to town with that. Some tomato sauce, some W sauce, some little bit of liquid smoke. I used some maple syrup as my sweetener, and then some seasonings, and a splash of honey, and a little bit of mustard, and that was my chili. And then I'm just assembling it now. I love mustard, so I did put honey mustard on them, as well as some relish. The relish was almost gone, so I had to use it sparingly. It wasn't that much in there. But that's okay. You assemble your chili dog how you like your chili dog. If you don't like your chili dog how I like mine, then don't make it like mine. That's okay. Everybody like what they like. Everybody is entitled to what they entitled to. I did not add ketchup to this because it kind of was like, what's the point? Because I already made the chili. I already used a tomato sauce to make the chili, so basically that is the ketchup. So that's the only thing that you're not going to see me use is some actual ketchup. I'm just looking at that pot like, baby, they really tore my pot up. Kids be getting on my nerves sometimes. I am not going to lie. Y'all children be getting on y'all nerves? Love them down. They be getting on my nerves sometimes. Anyways, look at my shirt. My shirt's so cute, ain't it? I love the shirt. I got it at Party City right when they was doing a blowout sale. They going out of business sales. It was only like $4 or something like that. Anyways, I made some I put together some not yogurt. I put some mayonnaise, some vegan mayonnaise, and just some seasoning and a little bit of water to loosen it up. That's all that is in this squirt bottle. Just, basically mayonnaise, flavored mayonnaise. And then I had some hot honey jalapenos, fermented, of course. And then I'm just going to put those on the top as well. I didn't do too much with them because these was a little spicy. I never seen these before. I'm like, is these new or is they new to the store that I'm at? Which one is it? Really, it doesn't matter, but they was good. I liked them. I enjoyed them. They did have a little kick to them. I'm not really a spicy type of girl, but I eat a good sweet and spicy jalapeno. I eat that. Yeah, I eat that. I use a little hot sauce from time to time, But don't make it too spicy. I'm not an Indian spicy girl. I'm not a Asian spicy type of girl. I can't do it. That's too much for me. But I did put some kimchi on it as well. If you're going to eat good, you got to go all in. If you're going to make it healthy, you got to make it healthy. Like, make it healthy and hearty at the same time. Like, baby, I told these chili dogs up. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not eat all 4 of these. I ate one. So, let's go ahead and put that out there right now. I'm just doing it in the pan like this because I decorated 4 of them. But I really made 10. I made 10 of these, but only 4 of them fit in this pan. And I'm just making the 4 in the pan so that I can make the video to show y'all, my friends, how to make it. And that's all this is. So no, I did not eat 4. I did not eat 4 chili dogs. I literally ate 1. And then as I'm assembling, I'm like, I should have assembled it differently. So I'm just kind of like playing Tetris and moving stuff around, rearranging the place, putting stuff where I want it to go and where I don't want it to go. You know how it is, like when you start putting stuff together aesthetically, you start being like, I shouldn't have did that, or I should have did this different. So I'm just kind of like playing around with it, because I'm like, I really should have, assembled that a little different, a little bit. But don't mind me, just talking. And then you gotta have you some fresh onions on there. You gotta put the onions on there. Although when I made my chili, I did have some chopped up onions in the chili, but they cooked now. So now I want some fresh raw ones. And you gotta have some fresh raw onions on your chili dog. Well, at least for me. I don't know if you want that on yours. You don't have to. I'm not trying to make you. I want you to do it how you want to do it, okay? So yeah, chopping up me a little bit of onion right quick. I'm gonna put that on top of my chili dog as well. Look, this chili dog is, I'm ready to bite it right now. If you can see it in my face, then like, I'm really ready to eat it right now. But, I'm trying to be a lady and take my time. And that's okay. But I love being plant-based. And, yeah. So here you go. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. That's splat. That looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Okay, yeah, that look good. You see, I was very sparingly with the jalapenos, because I didn't know what it was going to do to my mouth at the time. I had just opened it. Now I done tasted it a few times. I could have put more on there, but, we going in with the first bite. Let's see what it do. Look, I look eager, don't I? First bite. Oh, yeah. Baby, y'all already know when she start dancing. When she start dancing, you know what that do. Absolutely 12 out of 10. All right. I love you. Go make that chili dog.